Conference championship pickups.
Bum, 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 bum.
All right, Pete, your turn. Conference championship pickups.
Bum, 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 bum.
There we go. YouTube.
I did pretty good.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was good. That was
Sweet.
good. As you can tell, I skipped the whole intro. YouTube How's It Going? The Goat House
I'm sorry.
is back. We are back picking every game. That's 2 games for the NFC and AFC Conference Championship games. We'll be back next episode with our Super Bowl picks. I don't know if that's next week or the week after. We'll figure it out. We'll have an end-of-the-year stream, all kinds of content covering playoffs and the offseason.
Pete's a big boy.
Pete's a really big boy today. As you can tell, Junior's Bears logo unblurred. That's because
We're
Ben
back.
Johnson is coming to town.
He's
Pete unblurred because of Jim. Is it Jim? John Bones Fossil coming to town.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay
Huge.
blurred. Vikings are going to stay blurred for now. I'm still disappointed of what they've done to the whole Vikings community. There's your leaderboard. A lot of 6s. Everyone's tied, even including our regular season champion, Cameron Campo. Everybody's got 6. We'll have his picks along with our picks, and then I did it like we said last week. I did trivia for Twitter subscribers. Cameron Sullivan, Goat House Hall of Famer, got the question right. Let me ask Pete right now, who is my favorite cornerback of all time? That was the question. Cameron Sullivan got this instantly.
Wow.
Here's the hints. This logo right here, that's blurred.
Yeah. Is it Antoine Winfield Sr.?
It is. He got it. He did it. All right.
I was going to say that or roads are closed.
That's what I guessed.
That's what Junior guessed. That's a pretty good guess. Roads
I
are
was,
close.
I was going to guess if you said it's not on your team, I was going to guess Champ Bailey.
Who's my maybe Quentin Jammer?
Oh, what a name.
Quentin Chamber. What
Just
a name.
because of the name. Yeah, that's something I have to think about. Favorite Champ Bailey. I had
Who's
old,
my favorite player? Like not non-Titans player of all time.
Do they have any Tennessee connection?
No.
Okay.
I was about to say Mariota. He played for the Titans. What am I talking about?
No Tennessee connection. Offense or defensive side of the ball? It has to be offense.
Offensive side of the ball.
Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles. So random.
Dexter McCluster.
That's a great
Oh,
name,
he
too.
played for the Titans.
Oh, he did.
No, he did. He did. It was a joke. I wasn't serious.
What position, Peter?
Running back.
Adrian Peterson.
It should be so easy.
Adrian Peterson,
I feel like we should get this one so easy.
I should.
What jersey number did I wear?
Daniel Tomlinson.
Yes.
Let's go.
That was my next guess.
That was my guy.
All right, let's get into those picks. The NFC Championship game. We kept them waiting long enough, guys. I'm sorry. It's number 6 seed. Washington Commanders have made it all the way to the NFC Championship game on a rebuild year. It was supposed to be a rebuild year with sensational rookie quarterback Jaden Daniels. They got to go to Philly for round 3 to play the Philadelphia Eagles and Saquon Barkley. It's going to be a good one, folks. Man, oh man! I mean, what the Commanders got to do, they got to stop the run better. They're struggling to stop the run. Barkley's going crazy, but the Eagles got to finish drives. They can't rely on Barkley going crazy. Jalen Hurts got to pick it up a little bit. But the defense is making plays. Commanders, I mean, the defense gives up a bit on the ground, but they make some plays. Dan Quinn showing some different looks throughout the playoffs here. Offense has been rolling. Last time these two teams played, Jalen Hurts went down. But the Commanders were turned the ball over. They overcame that, came back, and figured something out against the Eagles' stout defense. Does it continue from where they left off? This is a good one.
This is a tough one just because, Commanders have to stop the run, like you said. But what I think is that the weather played such a factor in that Rams game to the point where at least 2 of those fumbles were weather-related. And it's tough to say if the Rams just couldn't really stop the run just because Saquon wasn't touched on those big runs at all. I don't know. My heart wants to take the Commanders so bad right here. So bad. They have so much Team of Destiny vibes. You know what? Give me the Commanders.
He's doing it.
Take the Commanders. Let's do it.
He's doing it.
Let's ride.
Let's ride. Commanders country. Let's ride. Pete, who you going with?
This is a tough one. I mean, we talked about last week, we were saying the Commanders could do it. I was saying all lines have to do is kill the clock and run the ball and they started to turn the ball over and they started to score. They're like making some big plays and scoring early and like too often, giving Jaden Daniels the ball too much. I think it's kind of the same thing, but I think like the Eagles are like, I think they're built to run the ball. Like the Lions, they want to throw it too. They do want to run it. But Jalen Hurts has been struggling. AJ Brown hasn't really been getting going. I think the Eagles are just going to keep the ball on the ground. I don't think Commanders are going to stop Saquon Barkley. I'm going to go with the Eagles at home.
He's going to take
as
the
much
Eagles.
As much as I want the Commanders to win, actually.
Ooh, the Eagles fans are going to be letting you hear it in the comments.
I don't want to see they've been in the Super Bowl recently like crazy. The Commanders haven't been there in forever.
They're going to say you hate the Eagles. All right, Yeller is going with the Redskins, he said. He's taking the Redskins.
Love it.
And the regular season champ.
No way.
I might as well pull this up on my phone rather than got a lot going on here because pizza remote. Pizza sounded like I said. The regular season champion says Commanders.
Wow.
Jaden Daniels is well on his way to the to Super Bowl 59. Commanders winning the thriller 41-38. Walk-off field goal again, LOL. That's what he said. He's got the Commanders. So a lot of people going Commanders here. And then Godal's Hall of Famer getting the chance to pick this week. Cameron Sullivan, he is taking the Eagles. Eagles win 34-27 as Saquon rushes for 150 plus and 2 touchdowns. Neither QB commits a turnover is what he says. Wow. All right, so we kind of got a split. This is one of them back and forth on. The line keeps going up in the Eagles' favor. Does that make sense?
Yep. I'm going to look up the weather for this game.
Look up the weather. I think it's supposed to be okay. I don't think it's going to be it's going to be a little chilly out there. But, yeah, I mean, first glance, Eagles at home. Home field advantage, hostile environment. How many road games can the Commanders win in a row? The Commanders cannot stop the run. If you can't stop the run in the past, it's pretty tough to win championship football. And the Eagles got Saquon Barkley. But, the Eagles really haven't been too great in the red zone. They're going to have to execute better there. The Commanders have been rolling on fourth down. They've been winning the game by scoring on fourth down. Dan Quinn's finding different ways to get pressure. It's throwing everybody off right now. He's getting pressure against the Lions' offensive line, against Goff, and that was really throwing Goff off. So Hurts isn't playing that great right now, so it's going to depend on how these teams start. If the Eagles start well, they run the football, they're going to make the Commanders play keep up. It's going to be tough. If the Commanders start out with a lead, then it kind of takes the Eagles' run game away a little bit from them, I should say. So, Jaden Daniels figured out something last time. He was turned the ball over. Brian Robinson Jr. was fumbling, and then they figured something out, and they were able to put points up on the board against the Eagles' defense. Samuel Cosme goes down. He's done, so it's another offensive lineman out going against the Eagles' interior defensive line, especially Jalen Carter. I mean, the guy looks elite right now, so that might be a problem.
Elite.
That sounded weird. How is Jalen Hurts? How's his knee? Is he 100%? I'm back and forth on this game.
It's gonna come down. I mean, we know the Commanders are gonna score some points, and the Eagles are gonna score some. No, the Eagles are gonna be able to run the ball with success. The Commanders will be able to move the ball with success. It's gonna come down like Commanders. They're gonna gamble. They're gonna go for it on fourth down. They're gonna not settle for field goals. It's just gonna. I mean, if they hit on all those, then they got a pretty good shot of winning the game. But if stuff starts to not go in their favor, I mean, they played some. They played some weaker defenses. I feel like the Eagles defense. Say this a year ago, their defense was super weak, but their defense looks pretty stout. So I just think it's gonna go, 50-50 for the Commanders on these fourth down and red zone attempts. They're not going to be as successful as they have been.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Gibbs absolutely torched the Commanders, but the Commanders kind of got away with it because the Lions' defense is weaker and the Eagles' defense is pretty solid. But the last time they played, the Commanders figured out that Eagles' defense. So who's going to have the tricks up their sleeve? Thinking about it like that in the fourth down conversions of the Commanders, I want to go Commanders. But, man, it's going to be so tough to win if you just can't stop the run and the Eagles can control the clock. Just how will Hurts play? How is his knee?
How's Mariota going to be on his trick play?
Yeah, how's Mariota? I think it makes...
Got to get him in there.
What a trick play.
I think it makes more sense to pick the Eagles. I'm really back and forth in this game.
This is a Mariota revenge game.
It is. If the Commanders come out and they get a lead, then it might be tough for Philly. It might be tough to come back in this game. If it's like a 10-0 or,
The one thing they can't do, the Eagles, is like just to totally abandon the run. And I don't think they will either. Like even like if it gets to like a 10-0 game, I think they're still gonna you got to get the ball to Saquon Barkley.
They can't panic. Yeah.
But even what Barkley was doing, they still kind of struggled on offense against the Rams. Was it the weather?
The weather was a huge factor.
The weather was a factor. I think it makes more sense to take the Eagles just because the Commanders are just another game on the road. Another thing, Sean Hockley is the ref. I saw since Sirianni and Hurts have been with the Eagles, they're 5-0 with Sean Hockley, and the Commanders are 1-3. So that's
interesting.
That's interesting.
We got to talk about the refs in the next game too.
Yeah, it's interesting. What's going on with that next game? But yeah, I'll lean with the Eagles. I kind of been back and forth on it. I just don't want to overthink it, but that's kind of where I was at last week, though, too. I don't want to overthink it. Gibbs going to run wild on the Commanders, and he did. But the Commanders still pulled off the victory. But the Eagles' defense is much. I think the big factor for me is Cosme out and Jalen Carter, the havoc he is wrecking right now. That could be it. But Jalen Daniels could.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels could escape it. They get that interior pressure. Jalen Hurts, Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels could escape it, roll outside, and make some plays on the run then. So this is tougher to pick than the other game, in my opinion. I don't know. Even though the spread is Eagles by 6 right now, it started at 4.5, and it's climbing up. Maybe it's because the official thing.
Hurts is hurt. Do you think Mariota suits up for the Eagles and does the tush push or
no shot, Pete?
Suits up for the other team? I don't know what are we talking about right now. Well, okay.
Sorry.
I'm back and forth in that game. I wish I knew if Hurts' knee is hurt, if it's hurting.
Definitely hurting.
If it's I'm gonna take the Commanders then.
It was weird because when he first got hurt, he clearly they were calling plays and not letting him do too much, and then maybe not even one drive later, he's already just rolling out left, right. And you're just okay, he's clearly okay.
He was taking a lot of sacks though too, and Dan Quinn's been drawing up some good ways to get pressure here. Back and forth on this game.
He seems slow. I know it was in the snow. I get it. That could have a factor. He just seemed like a guy who hasn't played in a while.
Is he able to run that's what I need to know. If he's not 100% and he can't do his normal running, the Commanders are going to win this game, I think.
I'm sipping the Kool-Aid of the Commanders right now.
Okay.
It's just I think that team of destiny, like I said.
Well, mid-season, a little later than midseason, I predicted Bills-Eagles to go to the Super Bowl, and then right when the playoffs started, I predicted Chiefs-Eagles. So I kind of have to stick with the Eagles, I guess. That's my deciding factor, even though part of me's thinking Commanders do it. I don't know. Be quite the story if Jaden Daniels gets there. All right, we're going on to the AFC Championship game. Another battle between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. The 2 seed going to Kansas City to take on the 1 seed Bills at Chiefs. They played during the year. The Bills got them. They outplayed them completely. I mean, they didn't destroy them, but they had that game. It felt like from start to finish there, and they finished it. So does that happen again? Are the Chiefs better since then? Do they figure it out? Do they just win this game because they always win the game? Do they win the game because they get the calls? That's what Pete's smirking over there. He's got something to say.
I don't even know what to go with in this
one. Clete Blakeman.
Am I starting this or you?
I was going to get into the officials.
Go.
It's Clete Blakeman, and believe it or not, the Chiefs, the most losses they have with a single official, it's Clete Blakeman. They're 6-5 with him. 6-5. No other official do they have 5 losses or more with compared to Blakeman there. So that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's a good little nugget.
Good little nugget here.
That is a good little nugget.
The Bills completely outplayed them last time. My favorite thing about the Bills right now, I mean, the best thing about the Bills is Josh Allen. My favorite thing is the running back trio. They got a good trio of running backs. All can catch the ball out of the backfield, downfield, could run the ball at a very high level. That could be kind of the X factor to win this game. Josh Allen got to use his legs, did it well last time against the Chiefs. Bills were impressive for the most part against the Ravens last week, but, I mean, the way that game went, the Bills probably should have won the game by 20, right? And they almost blew a comeback. I wasn't thrilled with the coaching to kind of keep or extend that lead for them. And
why do you say they should have won by 20? Because of like the turnovers?
Well, things went the Bills' way in that game.
I view it the other way. I mean, maybe because I picked the Ravens, but like I thought the Ravens totally. If Mark Andrews wasn't a total dingus, like they would have just easily wiped the floor with the Bills. Like that's how I took that one. Like,
well,
I don't know. Like I just wish the Ravens. God, man, I wish the Ravens would have won the game and not turned the ball over and choked so many times, because I would definitely be picking the Ravens in this game. Like I just think they're.
I'm kind of getting to the same idea. Like the things went the Bills' way. I picked the Bills to win the game, and they're more prepared for the moment. They're more for the moment, so they deserve to win the game for sure. I think so. It makes sense, but. Given the Ravens were sloppy, like they didn't really fully play Ravens ball. Credit to the Bills, part of that as well. But I think the Bills should have. They had a big lead at halftime. I think they should have extended that. I didn't love the play calling. They got really conservative. I felt like they didn't know what to do at times. Just go out and play ball. So that's kind of an issue for me. The Chiefs will come back and beat you if you do that. They will do it. And that's actually the difference. And I don't think the Bills have bad coaching at all. I think they're solid coaching. The difference for me in this game, in this moment, in the AFC Championship game in Kansas City, is coaching. To me, even though the Bills got good coaching, there is a significant difference, in my opinion, both sides of the ball. So I'm taking the Chiefs because of coaching. I trust them throughout this game. The Bills might outplay them. They might be winning most of this game. I'm going to trust the Chiefs to close it out. Patrick Mahomes is different at this moment. Josh Allen, different as well. He might outplay him. It's very possible. I'd say the difference between the Chiefs the last time they played the Bills and now, I mean, they usually save some stuff for the playoffs, but they are better. They are better on offense now than they were last time they played the Bills in the regular season. They have so many weapons. I mean, Xavier Worthy is a problem right now. Travis Kelce's in playoff mode. And some people, and we saw that down the stretch of the season, and some people are a little underwhelmed with the Chiefs against the Texans, and I think they're underrating the Chiefs' offense right now. I think it's a mistake. I think the Texans legitimately DeMeco Ryans' Texans defense had the best defense in the playoffs. And a lot better than the Bills. Not that the Bills have a bad defense, but I think it's a high-scoring game. I think it's high scoring. The over hits. I think it's 47.5. That's pretty high, but I think it hits. Chiefs at home. Better coaching. Better pizza. Papa John's. All right. We'll go with the Chiefs in a good one, but I can see it going either way. Of course, would like some change. I'm not demanding it. I'll be able to sleep at night no matter who wins, but Chiefs-Eagles sounds kind of lame to me. I don't know. Bills-Commanders or Chiefs-Commanders or Bills-Eagles. Give me something a little different, I'll take it, but it's another interesting thing. I'll let you guys pick in just a second, I promise. Okay. But the Chiefs-Texans game, out of all 4 games last week, which one was like the least appealing to
as a viewer?
Like not how they went, just going into the games. Like as a viewer, it was probably Chiefs-Texans. But it ended up being the highest viewed ESPN game in the history of football.
And that's why the Chiefs got to go to the Super Bowl.
It's the people that talk on social media don't like the Chiefs, but the people that aren't talking love the Chiefs. There's some bandwagon jumpers in there, and then you got some Swifties in there, So everyone loves the Chiefs, believe it or not. The people, I don't know. I don't know what I'm getting at.
Let me tell you something, boys. What's better than one upset is I'm picking 2 upsets. I'm taking the Bills here.
I'm still thinking about the Commanders.
I'm picking with my heart this week, just like a Super Bowl that I want to see.
This is like the Junior with his Bears right now. He You're picking what you want to see
Right.
here.
I'm really like at the end of the day, I am picking what I want to see, not who I actually like.
I think Bills Commanders might be bad though. I'm just thinking
I
about that
mean,
matchup. I think the Bills might roll them.
But I don't care. I want to see something different. Like you're saying, I don't want to see the Chiefs in there again. If the Chiefs get in there again, they've obviously earned it, right? They're a great team. I'm picking the Bills because I want to see the Bills in there.
Okay.
Josh Allen
100%.
deserves a championship chance.
100%. I want like I said with the other game, like I nothing towards the Eagles fans. You said the Eagles fans are going to hate me, but
You
I
picked
just
them.
want to see some. I want to see something different. Yeah, I picked them. I want to see something different. Like Bills, the Bills fans have been wanting a Super Bowl forever. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think you already nailed it. Like I said, I would have picked the Ravens if it was Ravens Chiefs. I think their coaches are good enough to get it done. I just do not trust the Bills coaching staff at all. I don't know. I also the Chiefs secondary is very good, and I just don't think the Bills have a receiver that's just gonna go win and
That's
like
something I'm
a guy that Josh Allen could go to. Like I just don't think they have that. And yeah, they do have a solid run game for once, and James Cook is really good. Like I'm a big fan of his, but I don't know. I just trust Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Travis Kelce and
Xavier
Stagnola
Worthy and
way more. And I think Chris Jones. Another thing too, I was thinking the Ravens didn't really do a really good job of getting after Josh Allen, and the Bills didn't really do a good job of getting after Lamar Jackson, really. But I think Karlaftis really turning it on, and Chris Jones is going to be showing up in these big games. I think that's going to be a big difference for them.
I do think Khalil Shakir could be that receiver for the Bills. He actually beat up the Chiefs last time. I'm wondering if they put McDuffie back in the slot and just man him up because he was a problem last time, because that's where McDuffie kind of comes from, is playing in there, and sometimes they mix it up. He plays in there, then he plays outside, and he's doing a damn good job outside. But I mean, just put him on possibly their best threat, best target. But I definitely see a shootout. Chiefs will get pressure, but that doesn't mean they stop Josh Allen. Not that you said that, but
I'm just saying that's just going to slow them down, and they'll make their plays here and there. And I just don't think there's really stopping Mahomes and Kelce when the time matters.
I think it's just back and forth. Again, the playoff game last year, it felt like the Bills had it between these two teams throughout most of the game, and the Chiefs just pulled away in the end, and it kind of felt like it was because the Bills were just missing too many guys. They were just too injured. Now they're healthier, but I think it could be a similar game. I think we're going to feel like the Bills are going to win. It's back and forth, but the Bills have the edge, and the Chiefs just pull away at the end, and it's due to coaching. It's probably due to Mahomes too, but it's not because Mahomes is better than Josh Allen necessarily. It's pretty even. I think coaching is the slight difference there, and the Chiefs are better than the last time they faced, and they have so many damn weapons on offense, it feels like right now. So we will see. Cameron Sullivan is going with the Bills, and he says Bills win 27-23. Chiefs have the ball last and get a favorable penalty that puts them in striking distance, but the Bills make a stop on fourth down to win the game. I like the specific predictions here. And then the regular season champ, Mr. Cameron Campo, he says Bills. Josh Allen finally does it against Mahomes. Please, refs, officiate the game. All caps. No controversies. May the best team win. And he's added a note. Bills win in OT with a Mahomes interception. So that's pretty bold there. Pretty bold. And then Yeller is going with the Bills as well.
Wow.
And he says, wait, I was put in the wrong spot. Bills, even though they already got called twice for breathing on Mahomes, the refs will call at least 2 roughing penalties at the absolute worst time. So shouldn't he be picking the Chiefs then?
Yeah, right. He seems like he's picking the Chiefs.
But he took the Bills.
He's like junior right now. He's picking what he wants to see.
These are tough. I'm pretty firm on the Chiefs.
They're gonna be good games.
Yeah. I'm pretty firm on the Chiefs. Doesn't mean I think they're guaranteed to win. I just don't see myself switching that one at all. For the Eagles, Commanders, it's tough because, again, the Commanders' offense is something. Pressure might not matter on Jaden Daniels. They figured something out on him last time. The Eagles got a game plan for so much because Jaden Daniels started taking off on them last time, and they got to like game plan for that. And does that open things up for Brian Robinson Jr.? He's probably not going to fumble as much as he did last time. And is Hurts injured? The more I talk about it, the more I want to go Commanders. But the Commanders aren't going to stop Barkley. We know that. I think the only way they actually stop him is if they get a early big lead, like an early good lead, which is definitely possible. And that's why that's kind of the Eagles' downside. Like if they just get behind and they can't really run as much, like they're not as good of a team. So it's a little tricky there. But only 2 games to pick. But we're not done yet. We're gonna play our game that we've been playing every single week for the last couple weeks here. Let's see. How do I? Let's see. We're gonna close.
What's the word?
We got a little different here because Pete's remote, but so we are playing. There we go. It's Who Said It, created by our guy AG. We have to guess which one of us said this quote from a while ago. And can we see the quote on here? We can. I'll just read it from here. This was from 2021 season, divisional round, so it's 2022. Oh, Pete should get this maybe. It's Bengals at Titans. The Bengals pulled it off. The quote is, "It slipped my mind that the trenches sometimes are more important, actually, than the quarterback." Yeah, so we're going to go trenches with this game.
What?
What?
I don't even know who they picked.
Titans, I'm guessing.
This is Dan.
Whoever had the analysis here was like spot on, except Titans lost. Like they got 9 sacks on Burrow.
I'm gonna say it's me, actually.
I think it's you too. I mean, I know we're always big on the trenches.
We're a huge trenches guy. What are you going with, Junior?
Danny.
Oh, I clicked the wrong thing, I think. Or it's definitely me because there's a picture of me right there, right? We'll see.
Oh,
Come on.
And I did. It slipped my mind that the trenches sometimes are more important actually than the quarterback.
Danny
Pretty damn close. But I'm wearing the Titans beanie. So we're gonna go trenches with this game.
On that whole spiel you did before.
Whole spiel. Okay, so it was me. It was okay. What do we got next? Conference round is a playoff edition. Conference round 2020. You get it. It says.
Okay.
Packers versus Niners. Here's the quote. I mean, let's think this through. Is Rodgers going to be wearing the turtleneck or no? It's San Francisco. It might be warm. I think I think he's a turtleneck guy for the playoffs.
Dan?
It's got to be Dan or me.
It's one of you two. I was gonna say Dan as well.
I'm going Dan.
Yeah.
Everyone's going Dan.
Turtleneck guy. Who's a picture of?
Yeah.
I mean, let's think this through though. Is Rodgers going to be wearing the turtleneck or no? It's San Francisco. It might be warm.
Yeah. What do you think about 55 to 50 degrees at night?
50 to 56 is what I'm looking.
Well, okay. It was Dan.
What?
It was Dan.
Were we just not on camera?
Well, us?
I didn't see anybody on camera in that video.
Oh yeah, that's old. That was old. I think it was 2020. Yeah, I don't think we were on camera in 2020.
Wow.
Divisional round last year, Packers-Niners. The Niners pulled it off in a squeaker. Quote, can you just ask the doctor to steroid test you? Is that like allowed just to see? What?
What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, let's talk about steroids.
Let's talk about steroids. Okay, if anyone was juicing in the league, who would it be? Are we
Daniil Hunter? Are you kidding me?
All right.
The dude is yoked.
Did you guys see the Nick Bosa commercial, like for that protein?
No.
Mm-mm.
You never seen that commercial?
I don't think so.
Oh
Is
my
he yoked?
god! He's yoked, but that's how I'm talking. He's just terrible. Like he just sounds like he's reading off something.
Yeah, I couldn't
I
couldn't picture Nick Bosa doing something like that.
Oh
All
my
right,
god, it's so bad.
let's read this quote again. Can you just ask the doctor to steroid test you? Is that like allowed just to see? I'm gonna say Junior said this.
Yeah, this is probably a
sounds about
junior
right.
quote.
We're all agreement here. All
Sounds
right.
about right.
Okay. All right. Here we go. I don't know why it's showing a picture of me doing that.
Oh.
I did this last time and then I went back. That's why it's diluted.
Can you just like ask the doctor to steroid test you? Is that like allowed?
We were right. Why would you do that?
Just to see.
Wouldn't you know? Just steroids or not?
I mean, what do they put in the foods these days?
I got the same sweatshirt out right now. The video.
Okay. This is tough going back and forth like this. I don't know if you guys been. Okay. I'm taking over the graphics guy's duties on a week where Pete isn't here. It's a little tricky.
Tennessee again, Pete.
This is a good one right here.
Titans won 28-12. Quote, offense needs to step it up for sure. Another thing, too, I want to mention. This is totally Pete. Ray Lewis murdered that guy. Remember that?
Classic.
Pete says this exact quote once a year.
Yeah.
At least once a year, this quote comes up by Pete.
Now, this was the classic moment. I don't think we were on camera. Offense needs to step it up for sure. Another thing, too, I want to mention. Ray Lewis murdered that guy. Remember that? That's exactly how he said it. And then Danny started laughing, like giggling, like what?
Like what?
We're gonna listen.
Remember. I could put myself in this moment.
So yeah, offense needs to step it up for sure. Another thing too, I want to mention, Ray Lewis murdered that guy. Remember that? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You said he was kidding.
I'm not wrong.
And then Danny said you're not wrong. The way you said it, the delivery was the best. It was like the most dead serious thing was about to come out of your mouth.
And another thing.
All right. Did we get every single one right?
I think so.
We did, right?
We killed this one. I mean, we're locked in when it's playoff time. We're locked in.
I think I skipped one, or no?
No, you got them.
No, I got them all. Yeah, we were locked in.
We're dialed when it's playoff time.
Is there another one?
There's another sheet here. Grab bag number 4. Who said it? Junior Riz, Pete Danny, or Old Yeller. Created by our guy AG. Week 2, 2022. Jets Browns. Jets won
Sounds
by
like a good game.
1 point, 31-30. Here's the quote. I got an honest question. What am I missing here with the whole Elfie thing? That makes me not want to take the Browns this week, but it's against the Jets, who you said look like they are making strides in the right direction, but I'm taking the Browns. But I just want them to get rid of that elf already, dude. It's the creepiest thing.
That's me.
This is, yeah.
I know. I remember saying this.
I don't remember you saying it, but I know it's you, but it could be Danny, I guess.
No,
right?
I know I said this.
It's you.
I think it might be Danny, but I'm like...
It's Junior.
I know I said this, guys.
All right, I'm going Junior then. You guys are confident.
He listed the refs out for this one.
Interesting.
That's just what he decided to go with. I didn't read any of his. Pete's usually the guy reading his.
It's real small print too.
It's small for you. Yeah.
Tough to do.
Tough to do, he says. All right, here we go. I'm done. That's too much talking.
I got an honest question.
Groin. What is it?
What am I missing here?
I had
with
a
the whole
groin
Elfie
in this
thing?
one.
Yeah, I don't get it either.
You're out with the groin.
That makes me not want to take the Browns this week, but it's against the Jets, who you said
Junior is really
they're
upset
making
about
strides
Elfie.
in the right direction.
I was.
But I'm taking the Browns. But I just want him to get rid of that elf already, dude.
It's dead serious about
it. It's the creepiest thing.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
That's good.
Don't they still use it? Don't they use that sometimes?
Stupid.
We have not got one wrong yet, boys. We're on we are on fire. 2022, Bucks versus Giants. So this is a while ago. Bucks won by 2 points, 25-23. Let's see. Now I'm scanning through this. He's just breaking down the game. Quote, Buccaneers look like one of the best teams in football right now. The Giants look like one of the worst. They outplay the Eagles. They still lost. You're not going to outplay the Bucks. If you do, you're still going to lose. I mean, the Bucks, in terms of pressure, they might be the best in football right now. And I think that's going to be a problem for big old Danny. I'm going to say this is me.
Yeah, I was going to say this is you.
All right. I'm with it.
Well, all right.
You got a lot of knowledge. You got a lot of knowledge in that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of knowledge in that one. Good call, Pete. There is so much
way more knowledgeable than us.
Yeah, Buccaneers look like one of the best teams in football right now. The Giants look like one of the worst.
They
outplayed the Eagles. They still lost. You're not going to outplay the Bucks. If you do, you're still going to lose. Right?
Right.
Am I right?
Right.
I can't
the
see
Buccaneers
myself
might be,
in this.
in terms
How
of
am I
pressure,
looking on this?
they might be the best in football right now. All right?
You're not there, Pete.
I wasn't?
No, you had your this thing.
Danny and I were both out.
Yeah.
Out with a groin. Week 14, 2021, Pittsburgh versus Minnesota. Oh, yeah, I remember this game. The Vikings were absolutely obliterating them, and they were letting the Steelers come back. Vikings won 36-28. Quote, it says Vikings took a 29-0 lead deep into the third quarter and didn't look back. They kind of looked back a little bit. Here's the quote. I think you're wrong. I'm going to take the Steelers. The Vikings primetime Vikings just aren't good. They're just not good. This is either Dan or Junior. I'm going to say what? I'm going to say it's Dan.
I think this is Dan.
It could be Junior, though.
Let's go with Dan.
We're going Dan.
Let's go Dan.
We were undefeated.
This is for the undefeated.
Oh, we might have blown it. It could be you.
It could be me.
It definitely
Could
could
be.
be you.
Be Dan. Be Dan.
They're just not good.
I got nothing.
Well, I hope you're right, but I think you're wrong. I'm gonna take the Steelers. The Vikings, primetime Vikings, just aren't good. They're just not good. I guess now I think about
But
it.
is Thursday night football really prime time though?
See, Dan's trying to talk me out of
It's
it.
time football, but it really,
It's
is it really-
time.
is
It's
it really
time
prime?
football.
It's no Sunday night.
God,
I forgot about my squeaker shirt there. I don't know where that went.
where the hell is that?
That thing's nice.
Yeah, I remember being shocked like how good we were in that game. So I guess that makes sense now that I said
we get
that.
a Bears one?
We had a Bears one, Week 5, 20. We got one wrong, guys. I can't believe it. Week 5, 2023, so this was last year. Bears, I remember this was prime time against the Commanders.
game.
Unexpectedly shellacked the Commanders. DJ Moore went absolutely bonkers. I remember this one like it was yesterday. Here's the quote. You got to have like a team meeting about, all right, this is the bullshit we're spitting this week. Everybody on board? Okay. I don't even know what that means. This happened last year, and I
It's
don't
gotta
remember.
be you.
Me?
This is you.
Quote, you got to have like a team meeting about, all right, this is the bullshit we're spitting this week. Everyone on board? Okay? Question mark?
Dan wasn't here last year.
No.
So it's you or Pete.
Yeah.
So it
you
has
I
to
would
think
say
this
this.
is. I think this is Riz right here.
Yeah, it's gotta be. It's
You
gotta
get
be.
2 in a row.
Yeah, he gave you the Rizky special.
I'm going to say it's Pete, just the wild card here. Pete's a wild card.
I only got the Ray Lewis one in there.
That's a great one though.
That's an all-timer.
For sure. Put on a t-shirt.
Put on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Well, you
Right.
got to gel.
You got to have like a team meeting about,
Yeah.
all right,
That's
this is the
me.
bullshit we're spitting this week.
Yeah.
Everyone on board? Okay?
It's weird. I mean, the locker room is lost. It's
Yeah.
what it feels like.
Just so
anymore.
random. You're picking them. And you're picking them.
And I picked him.
You were right.
I picked him.
You did it.
Yeah.
I was surprised about that game. Remember that. All right. There you have it. We did pretty good.
We got
did
one wrong.
We only got one wrong. Well, I got 2 wrong, and they were both me with the answer. I kind of just went Pete for fun just because I thought maybe it had to be another Pete one here. All right. We did it.
That's a good week.
It's a good week right there. Just 2 games.
Big Peter.
Tough ones to pick. Big Peter. He's way bigger than us. There's nothing we can do about it. There's absolutely nothing we could do. Any zingers for me? Did you buy any more women's pants?
No, I didn't buy any.
No?
more.
No stories from anybody?
No. I don't got any good stories.
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I mean, I got a story. It's
mean-
not really a funny story. It's just today. Obviously, with the Ben Johnson information, today was my first day going to work with a little bit of hope, you know.
Mhm.
So I walked. There's this one guy who works in a completely different department. That anytime we intersect, we talk a little bit Bears, and we go about our separate ways. So I went out of my way. I went right to him this morning, and the second he turns and sees me, he has this huge smile on his face, and I just said, "Hey." Hey, I want to shake your hand. And then I shook his hand, and he's like, let's go, baby. And then he was all excited. And then I left, and then at the end of the day, I see him leaving. And I was like, hey, before you leave, I just got to shake that hand one more time. And I just gave him another handshake. And we kind of did like one of those handshake and like almost like a half hug kind of thing.
oh, I thought you were where someone goes like this, and that's you.
No, it was legit. It was kind of like a dap up kind of.
You ever
which
have
I'm
one
not
of
a
those?
Dap up guy.
I've had one of those. Get one of those where you're
Where-
like, I'm going like this, and the guy's going like this, and I switch to this, and he switches to that, and then we go back, and it ends up like that. I've done one of
You're
those.
not the grabber, are you?
I don't remember. I just
Never
remember it
be
was
the
back
grabber.
and forth.
Never be the grabber.
No, I definitely wasn't the grabber. I kind of just went like that. There's no way I ever grabbed someone's hand like
I
that.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm more of this because I'm a little bit of a germaphobe, so I'm more of this rather than Because I was sitting down eating at the time, too, so there was no way I was going to shake someone's hand walking by while I was trying to eat with my bare hands. No shot. So I think I gained one of these.
Were you eating with your hands?
No, but I still,
Oh.
Maybe I was. There was some French fries involved. You got to eat those with your hands.
You don't have to. I mean, you could be a weirdo.
I could be a weirdo.
Side note, what's going on with your hair?
It's pretty crazy.
It's wild. I've never seen it this wild.
It doesn't look that wild on the screen right now, but
it's wild, guys.
You're sitting right next to me. Yeah, it's really long. I think I need to shave it all off like back in the day.
Oh, go back to bald riz?
That was so comfortable. Oh, my God.
Bald riz.
That was so comfortable. I miss it. But
you should have Pete be your stylist.
But it's it's freezing out right now. I can't shave the head now.
Can you grow a stash?
I was doing it for a little bit. I just didn't really like. I think somebody commented on a video like no to the stash riz or something.
You should grow the stash until the Vikings make the playoffs.
So I got to wait till next year? All the way?
Next year. Commit to that.
Well, I got to wait. So that's the earliest I possibly could shave it?
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way. I was starting to, but I didn't like it. I don't know.
We could all do mustaches.
If I did that for the Titans, I'd be growing that thing for years.
I'm not shaving my beard till the Bears are in the playoffs. And I'm not cutting my hair till the Bears win a Super Bowl. Book it.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Book it.
I'm gonna look homeless. More so than I already do. I do have a home. I do.
He swears he has a home.
I swear I have a home.
I swear I live in a home.
I do.
Well, okay, and that wraps it up for the conference championship pick'ems. We back with Super Bowl pick'ems. We also do a stream around this time every year, so stay tuned for that. Stream with awards, a lot of shenanigans. We're going to set it up. We'll let you know. Always updates on our Twitter /X, link pin in the comments. Follow that. We got loads of content rolling out. Always rolling out, covering the draft. Recent mock draft went up, covering free agency, trades, playoffs, everything. We got you, but that's going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.